Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my favorite superhero book series ever, Superpowers. Superpowers is a awesome 4-book series by Drew Hayes where we follow a group of superheroes in training as they navigate life in college while they try to remain secret about their secret identities while they also try to deal with the insanely intense training that they have to deal with in order to become a superhero, all while being normal college students. Superpowers is an awesome 4-book series that takes place in a world where maybe 60 to 70% of the people on the planet have some sort of superpower, and of that about 70%, maybe 80% of them have an uncontrollable power. So it's a very small population of people that have perfect control of their powers, and they go through major training and all this stuff, and they become superheroes. But the people who don't have control over their powers, they're treated like second-class citizens and looked down upon. Being empowered is basically considered like a terrible disability. So these people are treated as second-class citizens and looked down upon until a company comes up with a procedure that will turn them from powered to super. As kind of a proof of concept, the company wants to send the prototype supers to an HPC or HCP, Hero Certification Program, in order to show that these people that are newly turned into supers can go all the way and exemplify what it means to be super and become a superhero. So they basically take these 5 kids who have no control over their powers, they give them free college and put them in a hero program and give them the opportunity to become rich and famous superheroes. So let's run down the crew. First up is Vince Reynolds. Vince Reynolds has the ability to absorb and redirect energy. He has no known upper limit, and he has no known limit to the type of energy that he can absorb. So as you can imagine, before becoming a super, that power had to have been pretty terrifying. Next, we have Alice Adair, a spoiled little rich girl who has the unfortunate ability of whenever she gets happy, she floats. So she literally has to control her emotions to the point of being dead inside. And being a rich little debutante just gives her this entire haughty princess-like personality as a result. Next, we have Nick Campbell. Nick Campbell has the ability to control chance and probability. He just calls it luck. That's how everybody sees it. He can control the flow and the direction of luck, but not really the polarity. And next, after Nick, we have Roy/Herschel Daniel. Roy and Herschel are 2 brothers that share one body. Herschel has the ability when he drinks whiskey to turn into Roy, and Roy basically has the ability to overcome any limitation that Herschel has. He's functionally an adapter. And last we have Mary Smith. Mary is an advanced mind, which means she has telekinesis and telepathy. And later on it's discovered she even has more power. So these 5/6 are the main people that we follow throughout the series, along with all their classmates. Drew does a great job of expanding the roster of characters to where you feel like there is no true main character. This is truly an ensemble book. It's really about the crew. And as you go along, the different people, some people come in, some people go out. Drew does a great job blending the regular college experience with actually an epic college experience alongside what is essentially a giant training montage. And he does it so seamlessly that you wouldn't think anything of kids going from an algebra class to friggin' fighting robots under the college campus itself. So in year 1, all the students are started off immediately from day 1. They got to go to gym class, and they get put into this huge training regimen immediately, beat to the bone in training, and then they're told they have to fight each other. So they have to immediately start fighting each other in order to determine combat rankings. So as a result, after all these matches have been had, then we have our boys list and our girls list of combat rankings, and these are the combat. And soon after all their ranking is revealed and everything like that, Halloween comes shortly after that. And Drew does another good job of showing the passage of time, and he basically hangs a hat on these different times a year so that we can really feel the progression of time throughout the school year. So he set up this thing where the crew always has a curse. Basically, they feel like they're cursed. There's the Halloween curse. Every Halloween, something insane happens, something terrible, something no fun happens. They always end up having a really crappy Halloween. So in this their freshman year, like Vince's main character, so this Halloween they all go to a frat party, and Vince, who has not been getting along well with one of these other freshmen who has ice abilities, like he basically gets jumped by this guy because he thinks Vince is more powerful than him, and he's threatened by Vince's martial arts ability and stuff like that. So he wants to try to get the drop on him and like bully him and like show him who's boss or whatever. So he ambushes him outside and like freezes him up in this giant ice pillar. And Vince isn't holding any real power on him, any energy of any type. So he's basically just human, and you can't absorb anything from ice because it's, you know, it's inert. So he's basically just screwed, but he gets saved by some other people who basically gets folded into the group and become a big part of the main cast. So because this is a superhero training program, the training is obviously very intense. And if you don't make the cut, then you're gone. You're kicked out of school. So every semester they have like finals or whatever. So mid-semester final is this giant labyrinth trial where they all got to go into a dark labyrinth and they got to go, you know, search out, find these rooms and stuff. They run into each other, they got to fight, and based on their abilities and their strength level and all that, it makes determination on point level and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really cool because it's so visually done. It feels like, so I would love a TV show of this. Like I desperately want a TV show or a movie of these books. It would be epic. But like it's done really well. Drew does a great job at describing these situations where they're in. He does a great job at explaining how their powers work and how they use them well and stuff like that. And like the limitations of their powers, even when they have full, complete control of them and everything like that. I think it's really well done. He's definitely a fan of superheroes and superpowers and stuff like that to be able to come up with this stuff. So depending on the outcome of the Labyrinth trial, it'll change their combat rankings. But sadly, after this book, Drew doesn't keep up with the combat rankings too much. We get like little spot check-ins here. One character, depending on the conversation, their ranking will come up. But he never gives a full list of where everyone is anymore like he does after the first time. So after year one, it becomes just kind of sporadic until the end of year 4, where we get the actual, you know, ranking of the graduates. Similar to Harry Potter, this book is in like a school structure, so you got like everyday things happening, but with a really cool twist. But all the while, there's this whole other storyline that's happening up under all of it. It's a decent mystery. I like it. Like you don't really get too much of the hints of it in the beginning. It kind of spills out book 2, 3, and 4, but like the first book kind of gives you this establishment of all these characters, the world they're in, and give you these great examples of them using their powers in these competition type ways and get you completely hooked. And then like it gives you this kind of twist towards the end, and you're like, oh crap, there's like more going on here and stuff like that. So it's really nice. I like it a lot. There's so much more of this book to talk about. I could do a more in-depth spoilery discussion about it if you guys want. So let me know in the comments down below. So I really think this is a great intro to a series, especially a series like this. And it shows like all these characters in a really good light, and they all have really interesting powers, and it gets you hooked so easily. So if you're in this world, what kind of power would you have? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with my content. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.